I'm here to demonstrate the Landmark 5-course pattern, the 6 and 11 inch. I'm also going to demonstrate how we flash a skylight, and at the same time I'm going to demonstrate the closed cut alternate valley. As you can see, we got our winter guard ran down our valley, our 36-inch winter guard in the valley. We want to make sure we get our shingles 12 inches out of the valley. We don't want to have any joints inside the valley like this. So I'm going to demonstrate how we do that. And we also want to make sure that we keep our nails at the minimum of 6 inches out of the valley. Okay. So as you see here, this shingle is a little close to the valley. So how we get away from that is we cut a shingle into thirds. So this is about 13 1/4, and we run the small shingle out here, and then we run our full shingle. Minimum of 12 inches. 12 inches up the valley. And this is the first part of the alternate closed cut valley. I've hit a skylight, so now I'm going to demonstrate how we flash around a skylight. Now I'm going to demonstrate how we put on the ice and water shield, or winter guard. There's two different ways that you can do this. The way that we like to do it is we roof up second to last course, and then we wrap it on top, so that if it does leak, it'll hit the winter guard and run onto the shingle. Some guys will put it on before they get this far and just stick it directly to the deck. I've got it stuck to the shingle and to the curb. And I'm going to kind of just do these corners like I do my flashing. Okay, and then the next step we do is we put on our shingle. And we be real careful not to cut the underlayment. Oop. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to continue around with the ice and water shield. I left these nails loose so I could lift the shingle and get that under there, so it's stuck directly to the deck. Okay, we got it nice and tight around the curb so that when we put our step flashing on, they'll lay there good. Okay, now that you see that I got my skylight wrapped in winter guard, I went ahead and installed my front flashing, and now I'm going to demonstrate installing the step flashings and continue up with my 5-course pattern. I've continued on. I've worked my my 5-course pattern up the skylight. It's just like doing a sidewall: shingle, step flashing, shingle, step flashing, up as high as I can go before I put my back pan in. So what I'm going to do is come over here and continue my 5-course pattern up the skylight, and I'm also going to deal with our closed cut alternate valley at the same time. We've gone up and around the skylight, got our step flashings in, got our winter guard behind the skylight before we set our back pan. And then one thing, as you can see I've done here, is normally what we do is we take this, cut it at an angle down about 1.5 inches, so the skylight will go on. And we wrap the corner. Just like that. And then the skylight will go on the front. So as you can see here, I put my winter guard down. It's on top of my flashing in case water somehow gets behind it. And then I left these two shingles a little bit loose. So when I slip that back pan in there, we're good to go. So we'll go ahead and tack that down. Make sure it's good and tight on the corner. And then I'll finish nailing my shingle. My back pan's sticking up over my curb a little bit. So what I'm going to do is so my skylight will sit on there good and tight, is I'm just going to trim this down a little bit. As you can see, we got our back pan in. We got up, roofed up and around it, how we should have. And then one small detail I wanted to show you is we put a CertainTeed Swift Start across the back of the back pan. That'll help the shingle stick down. And as you can see, we had a little custom back pan made that has a little cricket back there so water don't pool up. And then we're just going to continue on through, and I'll probably do a little custom cutting there too. Okay, so now that we've finished the skylight, now I'm going to finish showing you the rest of the alternate close cut valley. First thing we want to do is we're going to work to the valley, and we're going to weave the first shingle as I've done here. And then we're going to snap a line 2 inches out of the valley for our bleeder strip. But before we put the bleeder strip in, we need to run 2 inches of mastic down the valley, as I've done here. And then we just take our shingle, and be careful not to pass the first shingle. Once we're done with that, then we're going to start roofing into the valley. And again, we're going to be careful to keep minimum of 6 inches out of the valley. And then we just continue all the way up. As you can see there, I'm trying to keep my 6 inches out of the valley with my nails. Okay, so there we go. There's the alternate close cut valley. It looks sweet.